So here we are looking at what's happened in the past year now in our real estate market, and it has just been incredible to see how everything has reacted to COVID stay-home orders, and now getting the vaccinations rolled out. So back in March 2020, we saw about an $800,000 home price, sales average price here in the Grassland area. Fast forward now to the end of March 2021, and we finished out at about $1.6 million. To be exact, it's about a 102% increase, more than double of what our homes were selling for back in March 2020. And look at Brentwood. So we've got a 1.2 million sales price finishing out March 2021 in Brentwood. In Franklin, that average sales price is over $1 million. Guys, these are prices that we've not ever seen before. Homes across the country, for that matter, are literally more expensive than they have ever been. And these are consistent numbers. So looking at Williamson County as a whole, every suburb in Williamson County, every city in Williamson County, the average sales price for the whole of Williamson County is around $800,000 as well. And that's a $195,000 increase year over year in sales prices across Williamson County. And then if you just look month to month, so February 2021 to March 2021, we saw a $25,000 increase in home values just in that 1 month period. It'll be really interesting once April closes out to see what our numbers look like for April. But it's one of those things where, sellers are wondering right now, should I get in the market? Has the market peaked out? And in fact, CNBC put out an article about a week or so ago saying that Google searches for, is there a housing bubble? Will the bubble pop? Increased by more than 2,000% just in the past week or so. And there are a lot of sellers right now who are trying to time the market. Should we sell now? Should we sit on our values more? It's really hard to time the market because what we know is here and now. I mean, if you would have asked a lot of us realtors in February of last year, early March, how the market would respond to COVID, we were all bracing for a complete bottom out in our market. We never could have predicted that here we are a year later and we've almost all of us have doubled in values. And, so for sellers, I would say one of the things that we're seeing more is some buyer hesitation. Buyers in the past week or two have started to sort of show a little more buyer's remorse. They're more carefully considering what they're going to spend on houses, what they're going to offer for houses, or they're offering everything. They're spending all they've got, and then they wake up the next morning after they win the contract, and they're thinking, oh gosh, what did we buy? How much did we spend for that? What did we promise? What are the terms? And then they're exercising inspection contingencies to get out of these contracts. This is something that has just popped up in the past week or so. It's not common, it's not widespread, but even to see a hint of that has us on alert right now. Another thing that we're seeing is there are a lot of sellers who still are hesitant to hit the market for whatever reason. And what I would say to that is, because we're seeing interest rates go up, because we're seeing a little bit of buyer hesitancy now, that is a good news. We do need that kind of relief in our market, but I don't know how much longer we're going to see all the bids over asking price by $100,000 or all the perfect terms, waiving inspections, waiving appraisals, waiving everything, no buyer protection. I don't know how much longer we're going to see that. And so I'm telling a lot of sellers right now, if you're considering selling in the next year, in the next 5 years, you might be in a sweet spot right now. This might be a time to really consider it. It's spring market is hopping. There's still plenty of activity out there. The raise in interest rates hasn't really slowed buyers down that much, but I think for us to see any sort of hesitance among any buyers right now is what's really kind of got a lot of our eyes and our ears peaked up, kind of just waiting to see where this goes, because this is an activity and behavior that we have seen in the past several months. So anyway, I have a lot more information, a lot more details that I've pulled, a lot more just insight that's really market specific and home specific, even neighborhood to neighborhood. And I'm posting that in my blog soon. It'll be up on my website, ericacurry.com. But in the meantime, reach out if you have any questions, if you have any ideas, things you'd like me to talk about or questions you'd like me to answer. Happy to talk. Hope you have a great day, have a great week, and happy spring.